Welcome back, everybody. Part 2 of session 10. This is episode 20 on YouTube's. So we're continuing, and we just had a fight in the cells. And I believe we are picking up there.
Well,
yeah, so that didn't work.
yeah, that was a valiant attempt. Maybe not quite the way to go about it, though.
I think our best bet, or our last chance, I guess, of getting out of here is through Cornelius and that the connection you seem to have made with Ajax. What's his actual name? Avery?
Avery, yep.
Well, fighting out of here doesn't seem to be an option, so let's give it a try.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm mostly Bruce at this point. I'm like, yep. I'm like, yeah, they did not really fall in for my silver tongue. I don't know why.
What do you think, Cornelius? Do you think that's a...
Can certainly try talking to him again. I don't mind. I think Avery just there's something there. I don't know, the way that he responded when we spoke earlier. It seemed like he responded well to what I was saying. But I think he's gonna need a little bit of time.
I noticed that as well. I agree. I think it's just going to take some time, slowly kind of work away at him, and maybe at some point that there'll be like a tipping point, and hopefully we can convince him to let us out of here for some form of deal.
Yeah, I agree.
So
Guess we just settle in and wait?
Yeah, can we like do a long rest in the jail? Like, can we just chill and then...
Yeah. You definitely can do a long rest. Yeah, it probably would take like around a day for the next development, unless you guys wanted to stir something up again.
I did want to do two things.
Mm-hmm.
One, I would like to approach Ryder and ask if she can teach me another word in Shen.
Sure.
Now?
Yeah, what? Is there like a random word generator or something? I mean,
I'm
let's
sure.
go.
Yeah.
How about like normal greetings, like hello, goodbye, like food, money?
Yeah, can I teach him like a phrase, like how to introduce himself?
Help! I'm stuck in prison.
Yeah,
How
or
does
like
how does that sound?
SOS.
Ryder?
So Ryder, when I approach you to like learn a word, you can decide what you teach me and whether you are genuinely teaching me that, or whether you're telling me like, hey, this means hello, but it actually means like fight or something like that. So I'm leaving that completely in your hands on what you teach
I
me.
love that.
Let
It
me
means
think.
fight.
Fight? I think Ryda has no energy. I think she'll just teach you how to introduce yourself. So she'll teach you how to say like, my name is Pot.
Okay, so my name is Pot. That's one phrase. That's exactly. So, and you genuinely teach me that?
Yes, I genuinely teach you how to say that.
And
she genuinely teaches
so
you how to
kind.
say fuck off.
Yeah. I think 3 levels of exhaustion. Ryda is like, she can just barely keep her eyes open, so she's no energy for like fuckery right now.
So, and to pass the time, I am going to offer to play scissors, paper, rock, paper, scissors, however you want to say it, with someone, if someone wants to roll.
Is that how they say it over there?
Who says scissors, paper, rock?
Yeah, I say scissors, paper,
killer
rock,
motherfucker.
but I think in America you guys say rock, paper, scissors,
That's
right?
unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's
Pretty
like,
sure
what
it's boulder
alien
parchment.
What
world
they
Well,
is
say
Southern
about
this?
people
Hemisphere, I guess
walking
everything
upside
is
down in the
reversed.
opposite hemisphere is true.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That makes sense.
So we go like
It's like how
scissors,
they- it's how
paper,
it's like a-
and then on rock. So scissors, paper, rock is when you would go.
Oh my
That's
God.
weird.
So the American version confuses me because it's
You
like
don't go on
rock,
a
paper,
shoot.
scissors, go. Ugh. Anyway,
Oh, I hate
The
that so
same
much.
thing.
That sounds so much better than rock, paper, rock, whatever.
rock, paper, rock, whatever. All right, I'll play rock, paper, rock, whatever with someone. That's our game.
Rock, paper, scissors,
Love-
lizard, Spock.
Yeah.
How do you say rock, paper, scissors, and Shen?
Ooh. Those are the 3 next words: rock, paper, and
Meow,
scissors.
meow,
Inspiration.
scratch, or whatever.
Meow, meow, meow.
Meow, meow, scratch.
I
I am
He's gonna
actually-
be speaking like that one song with the cat. It's like meow, 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 meow.
You know what?
The Meow Mix commercial.
Yeah.
Putt is reasonably observant, and he has actually taken note of meow, meow, scratch, and it's been put into his
Scratch.
dictionary.
Meow, meow, paw. Meow, meow, paw.
Yeah, meow, meow, scratch. So
Meow, scratch, paw.
that's it. That's all
However,
I want to do.
I feel like there's probably like nuances to Shen that like a non-Shen person will never be able to like, I guess,
Yeah.
not have like an accent or whatever, because I feel like cats, they communicate a lot with like their body language, like their ears or tails flicking.
Well, we
Which,
also
like, for
discussed
human-
the vocal cords not being the
That's
same.
very true
so,
as well.
Yeah.
So there's probably like,
You'll never be able to
you'll never be
speak
truly
true
fluent.
Shen. Yeah. But you can
Sorry.
try.
I'm sorry. Am I like
I won't
part
mention
dragon
that.
god?
Mm.
I speak to you in fluent Shen with a hint of infernal and celestial. No, I don't.
with a hint of Jesus. All right. So, yeah, you guys have a long rest. You lose one. What is it called? Exhaustion. Unless you're at 1, like discussed, you still have a permanent 1 exhaustion. And you're back to full health.
Hey, question: is there a bathroom in this cell?
Good question. There's like
Bucket, perhaps.
yeah, there's a bucket. Yeah, that would make sense. Yes,
Ooh, there's now like
the
7
same
people
bucket
in here
into which
instead of 2.
Riggs keeps throwing blood up into.
Oh, dude,
Can we?
that's
I'm sorry.
gross.
Like, so this is me being unable to turn my brain off. Can I like? Oh god,
The guards.
I want to like do a scope and figure out where that blood's coming from. She's got an active upper GI bleed. She's gonna die. Like she can only do that for so long.
No, she's been throwing up blood for 2 years.
But what color is it? Is it dark blood? Is it bright red blood?
Green.
Oh God, I'm not that medically trained.
I need to know. Is this an active
This is
GI
a-
bleed? She's got
this is-
hours to live if it is.
This is a dice roll here. Is it
Yeah,
dark
exactly.
or is it bright? I mean,
Wait, okay. So what is the dark one?
No, this is the dice roll.
Dark would indicate like clots or something like that. Like maybe like she's just throwing up old blood because it can be irritating to the GI tract. But if she's throwing up bright red blood, it's an active bleed in her stomach.
Okay, she's throwing up dark blood then.
Gross. Then. Ugh.
is she pooping bright blood?
Yeah.
or
Oh, that's
dark
even
blood?
that's also
That
really
is
bad.
more important.
You haven't seen her poop.
I'm gonna ask you
Okay.
like, is she? If like, I need to know what her stools are looking like.
This is like this is gonna turn into
Give
like
me a urine
House.
sample. Stat.
I mean, she might be in liver failure. Do
You say
these
house, I'm
things
thinking
have
more like
livers?
grubs.
Yeah. I think we already did a medicine check on her, and you guys didn't know what was happening.
I need to get a series of coags on her if I can, please.
This is a good one. You can, if you have any medical issues, just create a character for Silky to diagnose, and it's like free medical advice almost. Unofficial.
It's weird. This NPC has been just like
got
coughing
me.
for like weeks and weeks and weeks. Like it's
Yeah.
super bizarre.
Damn,
having
you
this
know,
issue,
and
Well, I out of character am very concerned. Well, in character, that throwing up blood's gross, but like I want her to be not doing that anymore.
Well, and she also doesn't she look like not? I mean, she's throwing up blood, which is a red flag, but she's like covered with scars and like bruises and like she just looks generally fucked up, right?
Yeah, it's like general state of being is like deteriorating.
Yeah.
Okay. And is she communicating with us, or is she just in a coma,
she
basically?
hasn't said anything, or even you're not sure if she even knows you're there.
And have we asked Hugo, or has he said like when the last time she spoke and was kind of okay, like when did it go downhill?
He would say a couple of weeks ago.
Okay, so they've been here for 2 years, and then just a couple of weeks ago.
And she's been deteriorating slowly, yeah.
Okay, but that was the tipping point.
Yeah.
And when did we arrive again? Sorry, how long ago?
At
Like
this
a
point
day ago.
yesterday. Yeah.
Okay. Like contemplating whether like a little 10 lay on hands would like bring her back enough to like temporarily talk or not, but I think.
Do you have any like greater restoration or anything? Probably not.
I've got cure wounds, like level 1 shitty cure wounds, 1d8 plus spell casting. It never really heals so much though, it's like 4 or something. But speaking of, I got my spell slots back. Lay on hands is usually like it's reliable. Like I can just say I'll heal for 10 and then I've got 15 healing left. Where
I think Riggs needs like serious help. I don't know if we're gonna be able to do much from in here.
That's why I'm a bit hesitant to cast it, or I guess Pot would be hesitant to cast it because he's just thinking like he's done this before on people that have had like these long-term kind of health issues, and it's done nothing because the long-term health issue is too strong. That's my professional medical speak. So yeah, aside from that, Pot doesn't do anything. He's just gonna wait to see if the jackal comes back or if anyone else wants to do something.
Okay.
Do they ever feed us or anything?
Yes, they bring you intermittent scraps.
Yum, scraps.
I think I want to see Cornelius the negotiator, the man with like potentially early onset dementia, trying to talk our way out of here.
Could I, to get holy water, if they give us water, could I do something to that water to make it holy?
I think the ceremony spell is what makes holy water.
Okay. I can ceremony, I think, because that's just a thing I can do, right? If I'd prepared for it, like if I'm going to be doing this and we're sleeping and all that.
Something like that. So yeah, you could turn it into holy water.
I've got ceremony as a spell, yeah. All of that there. So just read that. So bless water, you touch one vial of water and cause it to become holy water. Okay, so what vials of water are we given? Is it just like one bowl and we have to share?
No, it's just like these metallic cups with just a little bit of water on the bottom. Okay,
well, I'm gonna ceremony the fuck out of that cup, make it really ceremonious, and make it very blessed. And that is exactly why I'm doing this. So I'm going to drink some of that water, obviously like to sustain myself, but I'm going to keep some of that water so that I can therefore cast bless in the future if I need to.
Okay.
Sweet.
All right. Apart from that, just waiting for somebody to come back?
Yeah.
All right.
Trying to rest as much as possible.
Okay. We'll do another day. So everybody loses another exhaustion level. So everybody should be at one, I think, by now.
I would like to learn one more thing in Chen. Sorry. If that's all right.
I teach you how to I say that I teach you how to ask someone like for a dance, but I actually teach you how to say like ask someone to headbutt them.
So
yes.
Okay, so would you like to dance?
Yeah.
To dance, and then in brackets it actually means
would you like to get headbutted?
Would you like to get headbutt?
Is that a euphemism?
What do you think?
It can be whatever you want it to be.
Headbutting is dancing, sort of.
Yeah, as Cornelius is just kind of meditating in the corner, like he hears that conversation happen, he just starts smirking.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, like
Yvonne
him and
snickers a
Hebron
little too.
also know Shen. So.
And you hear Pot like repeating it to himself to like practice, and he's just saying like, "Would you like to get headbutt? Would you like to get headbutt? Would you like?" And he's like gesturing as if like like one hand out to like offer a hand, like, "Would you like to get headbutt?" As if he's saying, "Would you like to dance?" But it's actually, "Would you like to get headbutt?"
All right. So on day 3, I guess this is, towards the midday, you hear the doors to the dungeon open up, and you see one of the messengers walk in, the Jackal or Ajax, and 2 of the Forsaken guards, and they walk in front of your cell, and one of the messengers takes a sword from the one of the guards, and then the other guard who has the keys unlocks the cell door, and the messenger walks in, and he says, "Well, this is the end of your cycle."
Cycle? What the hell does that mean?
That sounds quite
Excuse me?
personal.
Yeah, what?
How do you know my cycle?
Gross.
The Eternal One sends his regards, and then he
Shit.
starts to he attempts to start to swing at one of you with the sword. There's a pause before that though, and then he starts swinging, but just before he connects, you see you see the Jackal whip out his sword and block it.
What?
All right. Yeah. Way to go, dude.
And one of the other guards, he just plunges the sword into the messenger, like straight through the back, and like it exits through the front, and the messenger falls over.
Are there any more people there? Or is it just dead
Just
messenger?
The Forsaken. There's
And the
at
Forsaken.
this point
Okay.
6 Forsaken and Ajax.
Okay.
I just turn to the Jackal and just very genuinely say, "Thank you, Avery."
Yeah, he looks around, looks down at the dead messenger, and says, "Did he say the Eternal One?"
Sounded like it.
And you said you can fix this plague, make it so that it can never happen.
Well, if anyone can, it's us.
That has been my compatriot's goal from the start. Yes.
And you can really do that. You can make everybody that died come back.
It's more of we would make them never die, or never have died, I suppose.
Never die.
Not that they come back; they just haven't died.
He looks at you and your companions, at everybody. He says, "Very well, we will help you."
Oh.
Nice.
All right.
And he sheaths his sword and motions to the other guards, and they step out and hold the jail cell door open.
Do they bind our hands?
Yeah, as you step out, they snap the binds off.
Do I see the guy that I headbutt?
Yeah, he's there.
Pod is going to walk over to him and extend his hand for a handshake.
Okay. He's kind of puzzled for a second, looks around, but then takes it, shakes it.
Okay. Yeah, I shake his hand.
When they come to Cornelius to snap his binds and they feel that it's not really there, I just kind of look at them and go, sorry. Oopsies.
Oopsie.
Okay.
All right, well,
I feel
let's
like
get going.
first priority, like, we need to get Riggs help.
Yeah, yes.
And our gear.
Yes,
Yeah.
our gear.
I presume they give it back to us.
Hugo says she needs the rune.
Where is it?
I'll talk to the jackal. Like, where's that thing at, man?
One of them has it. He motions to the dead body.
I immediately search the body.
They're just carrying it on them in here. One of these jokers just has the rune. They're just walking around.
Probably whichever one's performing the ritual.
Yeah, that's fair.
Not the rune, the bit of it, but yes.
I searched the body for the rune.
Which one?
The other one that's dead doesn't have it. The jackal says, no, I don't know which one, but we need to take this place back anyway.
Pot would like to take the sword that the messenger person was holding and inspect it. Is it, I don't know, do I roll for anything?
Yes, you can, yeah. Do like a insight check. What are you trying to look for?
I just like looking at the weapon to see like how, if it's any good, if it can be useful to us, whether it's like just a standard sword or something, or whether it's, you know, like something better than a standard sword. I don't know. Whether it's got magical properties. I guess I probably wouldn't be able to tell if it's got magical properties. I don't know.
It looks like a standard sword. He just took it from one of the Forsaken.
Okay. What? Investigation, did you say, or?
Yeah, insight. Sorry.
Insight.
Yeah, it looks like a normal sword.
Sweet. I ask around the room, like, does this belong to any of you? To see if anyone has an owner.
I don't think
yeah,
so.
one of the guards would pick it up, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, when the guard comes over, I hand the sword over to him.
And Ajax says, well, we better get your stuff first. And he starts heading towards the exit.
Yeah, I pull out the dagger. I'll make a trade. Your dagger for my stuff.
He's gonna give our stuff back anyways. Let's just go.
Well, yeah, it feels only right to give them their stuff too.
Okay, well that's great. Ivarin takes the dagger out of Cornelius's hand and hands it to I don't know, the first outstretched hand from the Forsaken that he sees, and then walks behind the jackal and says, like, come on, let's go.
Yeah,
we got work to do.
Bug out of here.
The guard you give it back to looks at you funny, eyes you again, and then just keeps going. They lead you up and up into the hallway above, and Ajax looks around the hallway, sees it's mostly clear, and starts to quietly make his way down and around the corner towards where you remember the storage room was at.
Yep.
Make a stealth roll.
Oh Christ!
Everyone?
All of us?
Yeah, everybody.
That's the shit I don't like.
Damn, Ivarin.
I'm very good at stealth.
Is this where the protection thing would come in. It's not really a saving throw, is it? No, it is. So we get the +2 for the charisma
No,
modifier,
it's a
right?
stealth
It's a check, not
It's
a-
not
yeah.
a
That's
save.
a check. Okay.
Yeah, it's a skill check
Skill check. Yeah.
specifically.
Womp womp.
Which I think we all have disadvantage on because of exhaustion.
Heavy
right?
armor.
No,
True.
no,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, he's right.
If we only have one exhaustion, it's on ability checks. We get disadvantage.
Ah.
Yeah, it's an
That's a
ability check.
stealth.
Yeah,
That's
it's
a
still
skill check.
technically. I think
Yeah.
it still technically counts as an ability check, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think a skill check is? Because I think that's.
I think it's called. I think it's actually supposed to be an ability check. I think it's the same
No,
term
it's the same.
for
I
both.
think,
Yeah.
I think those two things mean the same
Skill
thing,
and
right?
or ability check.
But skills are a type of ability check, just like initiative and
Like
like
initiative's
spell
an
magic
ability check.
encounter spell.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
true.
Both ability checks.
True. So
Um,
even an initiative, you would have disadvantage. That's
Oh Christ! I forgot about that.
right. Yeah.
So rolling
Ugh.
disadvantage with Pot's roll there with the heavy armor, does that mean that you take the 20 because it's the first one, or because there's 2 you would take the 9?
The disadvantage would mean you would roll twice, so you would take the lower one of those two.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So technically, Ryder actually needs to make another roll.
Boo.
Damn it, sorry, Ryder.
And no
Never
matter.
mind.
Ooh, damn. Ryder is like super stealthy today.
My cat.
Snapped. Oh yeah, true, true. Yeah, so you're able to make your way relatively quietly, although Ivarin is making a whole lot of noise for some reason, bumping into walls and whatnot. But
My
you're able
muscles
to make
are
it to the
atrophying.
storage room without drawing too much attention to yourselves. On the way, you do come across some Forsaken guards, but Ajax just motions to them, and they kind of take guard, and you collect your stuff.
Ivarin double checks that one particularly awful item is still safe with his stuff.
You mean the book?
Yeah.
Yeah, everything's there
Okay. Good.
except for the jackal's sword.
Well, I mean, he's got his sword,
anything
right?
that you took from Brendan and or Jackal is gone. So like the necklace, the pouch with the coins.
He probably spent the coins already.
Yeah. So all of that is gone. Okay, so and Ajax says, well, I think we need to storm the facility and take it over quick. I know that their leader has taken up in the study, so I think we should make our way
Should
towards
go there
there.
first, yeah.
Layout question: is the library on the way to the study?
Yeah, they're like nearish each other.
Let's do a quick sweep of the library for Ozun. On the
Oh,
way.
does he like know where Ozun is? He might just know.
Yeah, let's ask the jackal. Hey, dude, you know where Ozun's at?
Who's Ozun?
Never mind.
I said no. Yep.
Is that
Never mind.
Ed? That would have been here.
Okay.
Has there been a child hiding in the library for 2 years that you know about? You know,
Child and or dragon.
and or dragon. You know, so that's they kind of going.
Okay, so yeah, you guys make your way to the library in the same way, trying to keep quiet. You do come up to one, like as you near towards the library, you look around the corner, and in the library you see one of the messengers in there, but you don't see any signs of Ozun.
Does the messenger see us?
No, you're kind of poking around the corner.
God, I want to jack that guy's shit up so badly, but I won't. But I'm just saying, like, I could one this motherfucker. Like, now that I've got all my gear and shit, I'm not fighting with my hands behind my back. Like, oh god, they think they're so fucking. They think they're so good, but they're not. They're just fucking time nerds.
Time nerds.
Ass motherfuckers.
Ajax starts to sneak behind the guy.
Like he's gonna attack him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Go
Draw
for it.
his
Absolutely.
sword.
I fucking love this guy.
All right. Well, I will go ahead and prepare magic missile, I guess, and just prepare it to cast as soon as Ajax attacks.
Ajax manages to sneak up behind him without the other guy noticing, and he just very quickly slits his throat.
Oh, okay. I ready magic missile.
Nice.
All right.
Well,
What do
one
you guys
down. Let's
Nailed
just let's just take a quick stealthy sweep around the library to see if we can spot out any sign of Ozun. Like, because I imagine we can't see the whole space from here. There's like stacks of books in the way and shit, right? So, yeah, we'll just like do a quick once over of the room and then we'll head to the study.
Yeah, you can do a perception check.
When he kills the dude, I want to go look for the piece of the rune, see if he had it with him.
Oh yeah. You check his body. He doesn't have it.
Okay.
Okay. You. From the quick sweep, you don't see anything. You don't see signs of Ozun.
All right, I'll just report back to the group. I don't think he's here. Let's keep moving.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you guys keep moving towards the study. Outside of the study, again, you're kind of sneaking up onto it so they don't notice you, but there are two of the messenger guards or messengers outside the study. And at this point, you guys have like 8 Forsaken with you, and you guys. And Ajax just notices, or motions to just charge at them.
Okay.
All right, let's get ready to do this.
Yeah, so I think in this case, because you guys are overwhelming them so much, you guys are able to dispatch with them without too much issue. And yeah, you managed to surprise them and also put them down. And
Combat skip.
huh?
Man, these guys are what our pushovers. We're not fighting unarmed prisoners in the cell, huh? I kick one just directly in the stomach, like, blah.
Silky's just letting out all of his rage.
Yeah, Silky has anger problems.
Silky, this is a new side of you I haven't seen before.
I'm gonna position these guys like in 69 position. Are they dead?
Yes.
Oh well, I'm still gonna do it. Fuck it.
Jesus.
And then we'll loot the corpses. Jerks.
Okay. Yeah, and as you were going through the facility, like Ajax was giving orders to some of the other Forsaken to find the other messengers and dispatch of them.
Can we? Is there like some kind of role or something we can do with like looting these guys to just see what we generally get from them? I'm presuming there's not going to be anything like.
No, I mean you just take some time to look at over their bodies, but these guys are actually not carrying very much. They're very slimly dressed and geared. Like they don't even really have weapons. Like they have dagger. Like the two guards, quote unquote, had like daggers on them, but that's it.
Shitty guards.
Yeah.
Like, in my mind, it's like in Skyrim. What are the guys that teach you Fusradar? Like those dudes just in the black robes. That's kind of like what I've got the image in my mind, that they're like really underdressed. So they've got like nothing of value basically on them.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Can I take one of their robes or whatever? Like, are they wearing kind of roby?
Yeah, they're
stuff,
wearing
or-
dark robes. Yeah.
Okay.
With hoods.
I'd like to take one.
Mm-hmm. They're pretty much like naked underneath.
So what's next?
And they're
We
still
just
like they're
kick down the
painted,
door?
right?
Sorry?
They're painted, right?
Yeah. Their whole body is covered.
Oh, they're
And
like,
it's just like fully covered them. There's no like designs or like writing or anything. It's just like they're painted fully.
Nope, just painted, yeah.
Okay, weird.
Hmm.
Kind of racist.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
it's not just blackface. It's black body. Terrible. All right. So we've slipped the wire right. I'll kind of whisper to the jackal like, let's make a beeline for their leader. Cut the head of the snake off.
It's just in there. He points towards the door.
Well, someone who's strong, kick it in and let's go.
Can I,
kick it in.
for 1 second, like kneel at the door and use my dagger, like the blade, to like peer under the door?
Peer under the door?
Yeah, like basically like use it as I'll shine it up real quick and then basically use it as like a little meter to like, see if I can. Count.
I don't know if your dagger is fancy enough to reflect that well.
I see. Well, that's fine.
Yeah, that would be a very
'Cause
pristine blade that probably doesn't exist much
I
anymore.
have like never used it. Okay, fine, very well. Wait, hold on a second. I'll snap my fingers. And Blinky Johnson. So apparently owls are like cats, like they can fit through stuff that their heads can fit through. So can I try and push Blinky Johnson under the door?
Oh my god.
I
love you,
don't
boy, and then
think
just gonna,
there's
like,
enough
ram him under
space
the-
underneath
I mean,
this door.
he could just like eavesdrop or something.
I'm gonna try it anyway, and then once he kind of it's just like he's kind of struggling, I'll be like, oh, I don't think he's gonna fit under the door.
You can make a hearing-based perception check if you want, though.
Using my owl through the door. All right, fine. I'll play your game.
Ooh.
Oh.
Nope, you do not hear anything.
Wait, do I make it with Blinky Johnson?
I guess you could,
Owl?
yeah, because you have a link, right?
Yeah, you can make it with him if you want.
How? Because I think he has advantage on checks that require perception is +3 for him. I don't have a thing for him, but I will just do a little better.
He hears footsteps on the other side of the door. So you basically like use him as like almost like a glass on the wall type thing.
I'm gonna put him against the door, and I'm gonna point you to him. I'll like literally use him like a glass.
Yep. Yeah, but you hear footsteps on the other side.
I'll turn. I'll say footsteps. I'm definitely helping. Cool.
Okay, well, we kind of already knew that they were on the other side of the door, so thanks for confirming that.
But now we know for sure.
Can I kick it in now?
Go for it.
Okay.
I'm gonna ready.
Strength
I'm gonna
check,
ready.
Ryda. Put up all your rage into this. Kick.
Silky, get out of the way, or don't. Doesn't matter to me.
I will ready a firebolt to be cast at the dude.
Oh my god.
I break my leg.
Yeah, I mean, you try to kick it down, and then it's locked, and it's also like not just a straight up wooden door, so it's like reinforced a little bit. So your foot connects to like one of the iron braces, and you just you feel this pain in your ankle, and you lose 10 feet off your speed
Oh god.
until a long rest.
Pot sees Ryder do this,
Mm-hmm.
looks at the door, and says in Shen what he thinks is in Shen. Would you like to dance? But says, would you like to get headbutt? And kicks the door.
Wait, you kicked the door too? Oh shit!
Yeah.
But it's also at a disadvantage because of.
Would you like to
exhaustion.
dance? It's your fucking awesome dramatic entrance.
Yeah. Would you like to get a headbutt? I mean, you could use it for the same meaning, you know, like that sarcastic, would you like to dance? Like, do you want to fight kind of thing? It's still.
I love that. I fucking love that.
So even with the disadvantage,
I give you inspiration for that.
You manage to kick open the door, but it's not quite as dramatic as you've expected it to be.
Ugh.
But you,
It,
but
like-
you kick it open essentially.
It just kind of like fluffs open a little bit, like maybe 7-8 inches or something, instead of like slamming open. It's like, oh, and I have to push it open to complete it.
As you open the door, you see across the study there is a desk, across which you see like an alerted messenger standing. And as you open the door and come in, he sees all of the Forsaken and you guys. He takes a dagger and just plunges it into his chest and falls over.
What?
Damn it.
Whoa,
Damn it.
he
He
put on
preempted my
Sudoku.
line. Ugh. Ivarin turns to everyone else and says, I was going to say, hello, my name is Ivarin Kiawan. And then I point to the jackal, and we killed his brother. Prepare to die. I hate it when they die early.
You still say that because you're super prepared?
No, I'm literally like Ivarin is literally complaining to the group that he had this amazing line that he was going to say, and that the guy died before he could get it out. Like, no, Ivarin is literally upset that he had a great line to use and didn't get to.
Ajax turns to you and says, I'm sure you'll have opportunities for more.
I hope so, my friend. All right. Let's get looking. And Ivarin starts investigating around the study for the piece of the rune.
Yeah, so you look over his body first. You don't find it, but then you start looking over the desks, and in one of the drawers, you notice the piece of the rune.
Is Hugo with us?
Yes. He was helping you guys as well. Yep.
All right, I toss that over to him and say, keep that safe.
He snatches it, puts it in his pocket.
All right, so we have
I'll
the
give
rune.
this back to Riggs.
Is there any other, like, what else is in this room? Are there, like, texts or any kind of information?
So if you do more searching, you don't find anything else that really wasn't there before, like, you guys left. So, like, it's pretty like they didn't seem to bring anything with them, the messengers.
I see.
Not even like a messenger bag? God, the jackal really is way better at this messenger thing than these so-called messengers.
They're fucking terrible. Those are a bunch of boners. Can we? Okay. All right. I was going to say something, but never mind, actually.
All right.
Can we like search the body of this dude?
Yeah, you already did. None of them really have anything of value on them. Like you see, like they brought some gear with them, like travel gear, like stuff like that, but like nothing of other import.
I see. Very well. I'll play your game. And there's no like written stuff anywhere that would seem to indicate that like what they were doing.
No, you don't find any records or journals or anything like that.
They're just in this room, being evil. With, any hint of time shit?
Time shit? Like what?
Yeah, like stuff from previous times, like the rune.
No. Like you
this is the guy that we
everything
thought
you
would
find
have it,
is
right?
pretty normal.
Is this and the guy who killed himself? This is the guy we saw like opening the rift earlier, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And this is the one this is the guy that the jackal thought would have the rune.
Yeah. Well, you found the rune already.
Sorry, yes.
Yeah.
But
Hugo
there's
actually says he'll get it to Riggs and leaves.
All right. Well, should we just go?
Sure. I
There's
mean,
nothing
should
else in
we?
here?
Yeah, I'm surprised there's no kind of like information about this like ritual or whatever that they were performing, but
This room is just fully devoid of anything. Can I just make a sweep of this room?
Yeah, you guys
Like
swept the room.
secret shit and all that.
Sure.
There's no like little like hidden compartment in a desk somewhere that's like, yes, our evil plan, like the Forest of Red is like here, X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, you could do an investigation check.
There's gotta be more than just nothing. Right? Oh my god.
I feel like
There is nothing.
there must be, but I don't know.
So eventually, you guys head out of the study and head towards the common room, and you see the Forsaken. Just everybody sheathed their swords. Everybody's walking around. A few are just dragging, like corpses of the messengers into the outside, actually. And it seems to be like they got all of the messengers out.
Easy.
Hugo returns and he says, I've placed Riggs back in her quarters and placed the rune with her, so hopefully it will improve her condition, but it will need time. As for now, I really don't know what to do.
It's
Well,
time
I
to
would
go
like
back
to
in
ask the
time.
jackal, like, what exactly did the messengers tell him? Like, just any information that
Oh,
he
yeah.
might have. Like, what was their goal? Like, how did they approach him? Like, all that stuff.
When I escaped the prison below, I headed to find the Forsaken, and they found me first, and they demanded our help, and in exchange they would allow us to keep the prism until after we were done. As to what they were looking for, they said just a artifact that was in possession of one of your compatriots, I suppose. Which I imagine to be the rune you were referring to.
Out of character. So the Forsaken were basically bullied into helping the messengers to overtake the prism, and in return would get the prism once the messengers were done. But the Forsaken just fully wiped the messengers with like no resistance. It's interesting, like the power dynamic. I'm having trouble tracking the power dynamic here because it seems like the Forsaken are a much more potent group than the messengers. Was like.
Yeah, I'm wondering what the messengers like. What benefit they gave the Forsaken in order for them to like take the prism.
Forsaken...
It seemed like they could have done it on their own without the messengers, but
yeah,
the
like they killed themselves when we showed up. Like that's not like that's the most.
I mean, it does send a message, I guess.
I guess like I'm not worth it.
The messengers were very strong together when we took the base. They had a surprising amount of core strength behind them, but
like abdominal strength,
just general strength. I actually saw one of them just throw one of your guards, and just use his muscles for that. But taking over the facility today was isolating them one by one. I don't think they could put up much of a fight against so many numbers.
Interesting. Okay, well, it doesn't look like the jackal's gonna be much help.
Yeah, let's go back in time. Let's do this thing.
Yeah.
Well, we have to wait for Riggs to be like not
Yeah,
dead. I think,
Let's go check in
but-
on her.
Very well.
Hugo says it's gonna probably take a couple of days for her to recover. At least that is the
Okay.
hope.
All right. Well, in the meantime, Mr. Jackal, sir, let's cooperate here. You want the prism? We have the prism. The messengers aren't here anymore. You helped us. Let's continue to help each other. There's room here for all of us.
Wait, whoa. Hold on. Let's all just remember that he tried to take this place by force, and we beat him last time. And now, because...
That's why it's totally reasonable, because he knows we can kick his ass.
But, why are we giving him the prism?
We're not giving it to him. We're offering him a place here.
You cheated last time.
I mean, it was some timey-wimey shit.
In a straight up fight, we would have taken easy care of you and your lot.
If we're successful in our mission anyways, it shouldn't matter.
Exactly. He understands what's at stake, and he knows that we have timey-wimey shit on our side.
Yeah, I was
and even if he could beat us in a straight up fight, I look straight at him. Even if he could beat us in a straight up fight, we have the timey-wimey shit, so he knows he can't beat us.
Are you sure about that? Right now,
No,
we could.
let's get going.
Let's not debate this.
Besides which, we're friends now, so it doesn't matter. Let's go.
Well, you have what you need to continue your mission. We have the prism. You are welcome to stay here under our protection. We can work for the time being, but if you prove to be full of crap, we will not take that lightly.
And if we were full of crap, then
okay.
It doesn't. If we're full of crap, it doesn't matter. We'll be gone anyways because we're going back in time, right? So let's go check on Riggs and get the ball rolling here.
Yeah, let's do it. Yep, agreed.
And we still have no idea what happened to Ozun, right? Nobody has seen him. Nobody remembers seeing him when they invaded.
The
Jackal has no idea who we're talking about.
Name of Zune.
I will describe Ozun to him.
I haven't seen a golden dragon or a little boy that you described.
Okay, maybe Riggs knows.
What about Hugo? Has Hugo seen?
No, you guys already asked.
We already asked.
Yeah, I think Hugo said he has no idea what happened to Ozun, but he doesn't know.
Okay.
He didn't know if he was captured or not.
Yeah. You guys go to check on Riggs, but she's still out. Like Hugo said, she needs a few days to recover.
Well, we should at least move her out of the cell and make sure she's comfortable.
Yeah, they did that already. Hugo placed
Oh,
her
they
back
did.
in her quarters, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And
Well then.
she has the rune. And Hugo says, I guess we need to come up with a game plan going forward. And
Yep, someone's going to...
better be a good one.
And someone's going to need to clean up the blood from the fight. Ivarin places a single finger on his nose.
Puts a finger on his nose.
The
Right up
Forsaken
on
already
her
doing
nose.
it. They're like
Okay,
cleaning
great.
the bodies out.
Yeah, I mean, I think our plan, this wasn't really a plan, but I think the idea of trying to track down this like demonic ritual book that Termo seemed to be purchasing and like investigating it and hopefully like destroying it is probably our best bet moving forward.
Yep, agreed. I mean, that is by far the best.
Like Termo has been so difficult, and it seems like all of his power comes from this book. So I feel like we should just cut him out of the equation and try to like go back farther in time.
Yeah.
And try to deal with the book directly.
Well, Termo was only ever a lead anyways, and now he has led us to another clue. So
That's right.
That was the purpose of the investigation in the first place.
Yeah.
So we basically have to find that Blackhawk dealer, huh?
Except we can't take the book before your interaction with it.
Why not? Why? I want to so badly.
Because that would mean you would never have that interaction in the first place.
Oh, got it.
But isn't this like that logic is also like applied to this entire like adventure? Like we're purposefully like going to be creating a paradox where we erase this timeline.
Right,
so
but
does
that
it really
would be the
matter
end of
if
it.
we like erase the timeline that we previously came from, which is when we like discovered that Termo had the book? Like, does that matter?
If we're 100% sure that the book is the cause, yes.
But why?
Why
Like,
what?
But why?
I'm trying to understand why like this situation is different than like the overall situation of like us trying to reset the timeline in the first place.
Because if you succeed in your mission and the book is the cause of it, you would reset the whole timeline. But if you take the book out of circulation, you would only reset or like do something with the book, and it's not the cause of everything, then you would only reset your own timeline, not the entire timeline.
Okay.
Essentially, you would paradox yourself, your experience, and your
That
existence
like that
in the
still wouldn't
past
have a
several
ripple
days.
effect on the whole timeline though?
I mean, it depends. If the book is as important as we think it is, which we're sure that Termo was, and you said you killed him and nothing really changed.
Yvarin puts his fingertips on his forehead and massages a little bit and just goes, "This is why I fucking hate time travel."
So risking your existence for a book that we don't know has significance before you've interacted with it, risking a paradoxing yourselves, is not a good idea, especially since we have the option of doing it after your interaction. We would just have to find it.
But okay. So after our interaction with it, it's going to be with Termo. Right? So
If he ended up buying it, it didn't sound like he necessarily bought it based on what you've told me.
Oh, it didn't? Oh,
well,
okay.
you said he left the dealer saying it was high price, right?
Yes.
So we're not 100% sure he has it.
Okay. Okay.
Also,
So,
there's
I
another
guess-
portion there that if you interact with Termo again, and it's an unaccounted interaction, you might create another loop, or worse.
So just so I'm following, we need to go back to the moment we saw this thing, then, yes, and
I
try
guess,
again with
yeah.
Termo is what I'm hearing, just to be efficient here.
I believe so.
Okay, so we need to go back to that inn and just like either beat the living shit out of Termo or try again to convince him. So we need that fucking book.
Well, or I guess if Termo chose not to purchase this book, then we need to track
Oh.
down like the other woman, is what he's saying, I guess.
Or you steal it from Termo without him knowing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Either way, either Termo. So it strikes me that the overall goal of this trip back should be to either get Termo to play ball or to retrieve the book with extreme prejudice.
Sounds like a plan.
He either plays ball or we like beat the tits off of him and take it.
I do agree with your new friend here. Is that it doesn't sound like Termo has as big of a role as we thought he did. Because in either case, with or without the book, he wasn't the cause of it. So there must be something else.
Maybe the book made its way to the messenger people stuff, and that's what caused it.
Yes, that's another piece that's completely new. And I really don't know how that all pieces itself in.
I mean, the guy who came to kill us in the cell said something like
The Eternal One, yeah.
the Eternal
Mhm.
Ones. So I'm guessing they're the messengers of the Eternal.
Probably.
Yeah, he say something like your loop is up or your
Mhm.
Cycle.
cycle is up. So there's clearly some kind of thing going on where the messengers, you know, how they
Mm-hmm.
kill themselves, seems to be like a common theme. There's something to do with this cycle, so perhaps they are involved in the timey-wimey stuff, and well, we know, right? And in order to not create paradoxes,
Paradox Eye, I think.
paradoxi, then they kill themselves to prevent that from happening. So that maybe that's what they were trying to do with us. But I don't know how we can track them down and inquire further
If
down that
Aaron,
pathway.
if Aaron suddenly, he doesn't say this out loud, but if Aaron suddenly has some crazy ideas about curved space-time looping back on itself. So again, without saying
Excellent.
a word, he sits down at the table and opens up his notebook and starts doing some calculations.
Avaron just discovered string theory.
Hugo says.
Michio Kaku, step aside.
Hugo says, didn't the original letter mention that the architects of the plague were different from Termo?
Well,
Did it?
I think you guys have the letter.
Let's see.
What? There's a letter? I have no idea.
well, it was so jacked up though, right? So like we think it said. So that's how we found Barrack. Something demonic entry near maybe Solitude. Plague starts with Trimavalin. Masterminds of the Plague, the Infinite are watching me, running out of time. The something among you. So we knew that Termo is somehow the Nidus of all of this.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we find that book, man. Let's just go back and get that book.
Sure, yeah.
Let's get that
All right.
goddamn book.
It's the first time we actually have a clear objective.
I know, right? Fucking time travel. So let's wait for Riggs. We'll chill out, and once Riggs is ready for it, we'll make one last jump.
Hopefully it's the last one.
Where would you go? Where would you jump to? When would you
We'd go to
jump
the top. We would go to the exact point that in Solitude, where the book was handed off. Because that's the only time we've seen that book before, so we'd have to go there. So 2551 Solitude, at the I didn't even write down where it was.
At that inn.
At that
Yeah.
inn, And
that
so Solitude 2051, and we will go and try and intercept that handoff, either by sneakery or murderousness. We will get that book.
What's the protocol on like meeting yourself?
Don't do it.
Don't
Okay,
do it.
so we can't go back to that moment then.
We can go back to that moment, but a little further away, and
Yeah.
wait until the
But we'll have to wait
wait
until like
wait
we
until the
leave.
infinite like transports us away, and then
Yeah.
come out of hiding and be like, okay, where's that fucking book?
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll have to be careful about that. But what else are we gonna do? So
Sounds good.
all right, plan made,
Yeah.
lodgings secured.
Rigs in process.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
how
would
long?
like to,
Oh, go ahead.
I would like to find Riggs. And can I make a medicine check to like feed along her healing? I'd like to find some bismuth and I don't know, some inert minerals to like stop her GI bleed. I'd also like to find some leafy greens, something heavy in like iron to replace all the blood she's lost. And I don't know, are there pigs
Pigs?
in this world?
Probably, but definitely not where you are.
Well then fine.
I think also Hugo said that like once she was in possession of the rune fragment again, that she would like begin to heal on her own.
Yeah, but you can
Odd.
definitely do a medicine check to see if you can speed it along.
Check the shit out of her.
Hugo also says, didn't the Ajax seem familiar with the Eternal One?
Oh no.
Yeah, like does he? So he knows who the Eternal is.
I don't know. He seemed to mention that when he suddenly decided to help us.
Okay, can I go ask him that?
You go up to Ajax?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. What do you say?
Just like you seem to know who this Eternal person is. Like, do you have more information on that? Like, who is this person?
Well, the same person that told me about your coming originally told me that I should not trust the Eternal One.
So you've just heard the name, but you've heard nothing. You don't know who it is or what their deal is.
But then why did you trust the messengers?
I didn't
think-
know
I
they
think it's
were
best-
associated with the Eternal One until they said that.
Oh, okay. Okay, but you don't know anything about this person.
About the Eternal One? No.
Okay. Never mind then.
Yeah, I don't think it's wise to dig too deeply into this. I think there's just simple word association here.
Yeah, so your medicine check, you don't seem to be helping too much. So you figure it's going to take a couple of days for her to heal.
Okay.
But it does seem to be helping already.
During that time, is there any way that we can try to like heal ourselves and try to get rid of this exhaustion level?
From what you're understanding, it's kind of like a side effect of. what
Okay,
you've been
so we're
doing
just
so
like
far.
permanently exhausted now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Lovely.
Hugo doesn't really know why. Maybe Riggs would.
All right,
Okay.
well, I guess we'll wait for her.
Okay. So, just want to skip through 2 days?
Sure.
Yeah.
Unless anybody has something to do.
I offer tattoos if anyone wants it.
You know, Pot would like to learn another word in Shen.
Okay, Pot is going
Or-
to learn.
Phrase or whatever. And
Pot.
I guess while you think of that, Pot would also like to sit down privately with Cornelius and or approach Cornelius like in a private kind of moment so no one else is around and say, can I trouble you for a moment?
Yeah, sure. What do you need?
I just felt like I needed to chat, to talk about everything that's sort of happened recently. You seem quite wise in your ways. Lived a full life, it seems. I'm not sure what to make of the whole dragon stuff, you know. I think I'm having difficulty understanding, like, I think I know who I am, how I act, but I find out that my father is this evil being. And I don't know, I guess I'm just confused now. Like I'm not sure if that's what I'm destined to become, like that, or whether I can I don't know, avoid that.
Let me say this. Destiny is what you make of it. The choices you make are yours and yours alone. If I'm being honest, I've made some plenty of mistakes in my life. That's why I seek to atone for those right now. But just because you come from a situation where, you know, maybe your father wasn't a nice being, doesn't mean that you have to follow in those footsteps.
I hope so. I feel like I don't want to, and I just hope that I do have that choice. And I think I will take a tattoo if you're still offering.
Just tell me what you'd like. If you'd prefer, still have some of those fruits from, you know, a couple thousand years ago. If you want to do something temporary to start with.
We can make it permanent. I'll let you decide. And I just motioned for a like a small, like, indicate that Pot would like maybe like a quarter of the size of a palm of a hand, about that, on his, like, the underside of his forearm. And he says, like, you can put something there, that it's up to you.
Where would you have this conversation?
I don't know if there's I'm just somewhere private.
Somewhere. I mean, it could be library, study.
Yeah.
I mean, wherever.
Okay.
Geez. So
I guess, well, if you want to take time to think about that, I can go back to Ryder.
Well,
yeah.
hang on. I think
actually, you know what? You know what? I think at this point, if Varin shows up looking for Cornelius.
Well, before that, sorry. Before
No,
that,
okay.
I just imagine if this is in the study, like you said, you probably coming up to Cornelius and he's reading and in the study or something, and you come up to him and you discuss this, and you don't notice that, like, on one of the chairs facing away, Hugo was sitting. So, like, when you say fate, he would turn around and say, well, Fate is not always on your side. No matter what you choose, you might not be happy with what fate has in store for you. It did for me.
When Pot hears Hugo saying that, he'll just turn and just look at Cornelius, not really expecting a response, but just sort of looking at him in a way that's like Pot is like starting to form a bond with Cornelius as like one of the members of the group, and he's just, that look that Pot is giving Cornelius is just a little bit of concern and a little bit of helplessness, I guess.
Yeah, so I look back at Pot and say, one of the benefits that I've noticed that we currently have right now is the ability to, if we do make a mistake, we are fortunate enough to be able to go and fix that. You're not bound by what you are or who you are. Those shackles do not have that hold over you. Sure, fate or whatever could be an outside influence, but at the end of the day...
What if you can't fix it? What if our mission fails?
I used to think that I wouldn't be able to fix it either. But that's where hope comes to play. As I said, I've made many mistakes in my life, and I'm sure that's probably why right now Briggs just has that one fragment. But we can certainly do our best to make sure that those mistakes don't become something more severe.
I hope you're right. At this point, Ivarin walks in.
So Ivarin looks around, finds Cornelius, and comes over to him and says, "I'm not interrupting anything, am I?"
Well, yes, you are, but is there something you need?
Definitely are.
Yeah, I was wondering if you could do a tattoo for me.
What?
And I'm
We're all
like
getting
in the middle
matching
of
group tattoos.
Oh, yes.
I'm like in the middle of like pulling out my supplies already. Yeah, sure. There's kind of a line right now, but absolutely.
Awesome, thank you. And then Ivarin opens up his notebook and tears out a page where he has done a sketch of the tattoo that he wants, which is basically like... there's a little note on it that says, "This was the Elven hourglass or 3-hourglass in the library at I forget the name of the university where Ivarin went.
Amber Academy.
There we go, at the Amber Academy. Thank you." And the way that it's stylized, it looks like it's just been flipped over and the sand is just beginning to run.
Okay, sure. I could do this.
So yeah, Ivarin sets it down, and then I assume there's like couches and stuff in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then Ivarin walks over to one of the couches, plops down, puts his feet up on the arm, and says, "So, what are we talking about?"
Hugo says fate and how it can royally fuck you.
Whether we're gonna get a good feed.
Ivarin says, "Oh, okay. Well, let me know when something interesting comes up," and he pulls out a book and starts reading.
Nice.
Pot looks at Cornelius and sort of motions for the tattoo. I mean, we don't have to. This is out of character. We don't have to decide exactly what it is right now, unless you've got something.
I've got an idea.
Okay.
So you said like quarter of a palm size, right?
Yeah, like yeah, maybe, I don't know, American coins, but like a quarter of like if you hold out your palm, yeah, 1/4.
Okay. So Cornelius finishes getting all of his tattooing supplies out, and on a piece of paper before he starts the tattoo, he kind of sketches an idea and shows it to you, and when he shows it to you, you see a what looks like the best way to explain it is like and again, it's small, so there's not a whole lot of detail in it, but it's like you see what looks to be a couple links of a chain, and they're just like in the middle it's shattered, and you see a couple wings flying out of the middle, out of the shattered link.
Pot looks at Cornelius, smiles, and says, "It's perfect," and holds his arm out.
And I get to work. Any specific colors?
No. I'm happy whatever color you feel is right for this.
Out of character, just so I remember, Pot's father is the black dragon, right?
Yeah, black dragon, and Pot's skin is like red with black, I think, from memory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like red and black scales, but predominantly red, I think, going off what I physically look like.
Okay. So, as Cornelius starts to do it, the chains are kind of like they're a black color, and then the wings as the wings, like as he's doing the wings that are sprouting out of the broken links of the chain. What color? Maybe like a white or something.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, just out of character, like something.
Yeah, I think it would be kind of like the the color of the light that radiated from your headbutt a couple days ago. I would do that kind of color for the wings.
Okay. And where is this tattoo at? Where are you putting it?
This is on Pot's right, like under the forearm. So if you flip your palm up, then it's going to be under there. Yep.
Okay.
Like in between the wrist and closer to the elbow, like that meaty bit of.
Mm-hmm.
Jake, help me out here. What's that called? The under of the forearm.
I think it's called the meaty bit.
The meaty bit.
Under of the forearm. It's just the forearm.
The forearm, but like the
inside.
God, proximal distal. What's the one?
Proximal distal.
Yeah, it's the medial portion of it. I mean, I don't know what you're looking for. The forearm. I mean, there's the like palmar and volar aspects of it. Like if you're looking for like, but the actual external like bit of the forearm, I don't think has a name.
Yeah, right.
I could be wrong.
Because there's like the top, like if your palm is facing down, if you hold your hand out in front of you and then palm is facing down, it's not the top bit of the forearm,
like
but you flip over.
You're talking about like supine and prone positioning. Is that what you're... Because anatomically, like we do positioning as if your palms were up.
Yeah.
So like.
Yeah. So the palms up portion of the forearm.
So your
medial antebrachial cut.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go with that. But I think everyone understands like where this is now. Mm-hmm. But it's like the meaty bit, not the rest, but the meat bit. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like if we were ordering this at a steak restaurant, what would we call that?
The calf muscle of the arm.
The arm cuff.
All right, so Cornelius, you begin working on the tattoo. You mix the colors, and it takes you maybe, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes to do it. It doesn't sound too complicated. As you finish, Pot, you look at it, and you start looking at it kind of more closely. And as you continue looking at it, you start getting a bit of tunnel vision. And then you start seeing almost like a liquid type ink. The ink that Cornelius put on your forearm begin to kind of flow and become monochromatic, and then change
What?
into the symbol of Jakar.
Oh.
What?
And at that point, your tunnel vision just snaps. You see a flash of light, and you will experience. You find yourself seeing a different landscape. It appears to be fairly rocky and mountainous, almost like cliff sides in between mountains. And you kind of fly through the this landscape, and the vision takes you to an edge of the cliff, as there is high winds and rain and lightning and thunder strikes intermittently. And the vision takes you to the edge of a cliff, on top of which you see a ruggedy man with long hair draped over his front side of his face, covering his face, just looking down, kind of slumped over, standing but hunched over. And it zooms in on him, and then the vision is over. And you're looking back at the tattoo that Cornelius has drawn.
So the tattoo now, no one else has noticed this, and it's only I that noticed this Jakar symbol, and now it's just back to the chains and the wings and normal looking. Okay. Pot doesn't say anything.
Is Pot the Stormfather?
You do a perception check, Cornelius.
Perception check. 22.
Yeah, you notice him kind of like zone out for a few seconds.
Yeah, I kind of just watch him to make sure he doesn't, fall and hit his head or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I see him come to, just like, you okay? Did I do a bad job?
No. It was a good job. I think I just need some rest. Lay down. But it's really good work. I mean, yeah. Pot is, it's not that he is trying to hide this from Cornelius specifically. It's that he doesn't, like, this is a little bit too real for him, and he doesn't know how to process what's just happened to him. So it's not that he doesn't want to tell Cornelius or tell someone in the group. It's more that he just doesn't want to accept what has just happened just yet, and he hasn't come to terms with what's happened just yet. So he's like, he just needs time to process it, I think. So that's just to describe what Pot's thinking.
Well, you should go ahead and get some rest. I know tattoos can be a little, painful at first, but just remember, the chains of your past do not bind who you are in the future.
Thank you, friend. And yes, Pot says, thank you, friend. And this stands out as a bit of a change, because traditionally Pot has either said Mr. Cornelius or, the old man or something like that. And this is the first time, I think, that Pot has acknowledged Cornelius as friend. And Pot, leaves and goes and does whatever.
As you stand up, Hugo says, "What about the chains of the future holding your present self?"
I'll fucking break him in half. No, that's...
Why is he being such a buzzkill?
And,
Fuck you, dude.
as you stand up and you
Like,
begin
read the
walking
room.
away,
Having a
Pot,
moment.
make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
Okay.
Is he gonna Hulk out in this library?
True, it's the whole...
Dragon
isn't
mode
it?
now.
On Hugo specifically.
So that's where my claw is going to go. So Constitution saving throw, it's just the Constitution, right? I don't...
Yeah.
Or is it the little list?
It's the list, right? Yeah.
It's the little list. Okay, so Dutz.
And you should have
Wow.
a +2, I think, to it because of your aura, right?
Oh, true. Yeah, so 10, I guess. Sorry,
So-
12.
Well, still a disadvantage. So.
Oh, true.
Uh-oh.
True.
That's exhaustion level 3.
The saves.
Yeah, saving throws are level 3.
No. Yeah. So with a 12, yeah. So you get up, and you take a step, and then you just begin to feel this rush of just like, kind of like a pain shooting up from like your arm where the tattoo is up to through your neck and towards your brain, and the rest of you guys see Pot fall over and begin seizing up.
Christ.
I would probably
I
rush
look at him.
over.
Yeah, I look
Yeah.
at Avarn and go, I promise it wasn't the ink. And I run over with my medical kit, my healer's kit.
Ivarin looks up from his book, and the way that he's laying on this couch, he can't see Pot lying on the floor. So he has no idea what's going on. And he closes his book and swings his legs out to stand up. And as soon as he can see over the back of the couch, he says, "Oh shit, here we go again."
Yeah, make a medicine check.
Who?
Cornelius, you're the one that's doing the medicine stuff, right?
You want to poison him with your egg?
Oh my god.
Oh,
Wow.
God.
You've killed him.
Oh my god. Yeah, so
It
you
wasn't the ink.
instead of turning him on his side, you like lay him on his back, and like the seizing just intensifies and lasts like a good 10 minutes, but then eventually subsides and Pod just lays there unconscious.
Oh my god.
I have bitten off my own tongue and I can't speak anymore. No.
Oh.
Oh no.
No, I put something in there to make sure that you couldn't. No, I'm kidding. I know better than that.
Can,
All right,
can anybody
well,
like heal him or something?
He's the healer.
I've
Okay,
got
I
two healing
administer a
potions.
potion of healing.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've got 2 of those. I can use
Yeah,
one.
maybe you should have done that before he was seizing for 10 whole minutes.
I give him a potion of healing. I'll like pour it in his mouth.
But you're not there.
Oh, I'm not? Okay, never mind.
Wait, do
fun,
I have
guys.
a potion? I might have a
if,
potion.
if it
me
was
check.
going on for that long, I would have given him a potion.
That's fair. Yeah. Okay.
Just like sitting next to him watching him seize for 10 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you give the push and that's when it subsides. But he's still unconscious.
And grab one of the pillows off the couch that Avarn was lounging on and put it under his head.
Okay.
Yeah, shit. What do we do? I don't think. Oh, I do have medical training. Never mind. I guess, can I make a medicine check now that we've stopped the seizures to see if I can figure out what's wrong with him?
Sure.
Yeah. Does this happen often with him?
Well, there was that one time he turned into a dragon, but other than that,
He did?
not really.
Make an Arcana check for me
The
too.
one time he turned into a
Wait, he turned into a dragon?
Oops.
Yeah, it was a thing. Don't worry about it.
You think he's in some kind of magically induced coma.
Oh,
Oh,
great.
fuck.
Oh boy.
So, what was in that ink you used? LSD?
Yeah, I was like,
I
it's
wish.
just cocaine.
No, it's just regular ink.
No cocaine ink.
It's the ink I've been using to give myself tattoos, and when we were in Solitude, when I was giving tattoos then, it's same ink.
Yeah, but weren't you the one who was complaining about being on like all tripped out during our journey across the cosmic sea?
That's the only thing that could explain why we were in space and in 1,000 years ago. What other explanation could there be?
We weren't
I mean,
we weren't okay, we were in space, but we weren't 1,000 years ago. We were 2 years into our own future, but on a different ball.
Yeah, now
Yeah,
you're just
get with the
making stuff up.
program.
What do you mean I'm making stuff up? You were there.
It was clearly the work of drugs.
Okay, so you admit you're on drugs.
No, we were all drugged. Someone drugged our water. That's the only thing I can think.
No, look, we were on another Ivarin.
Excuse
What?
you?
Well, I mean, I discovered that there are other balls out there that are inhabitable, so I figured we would name those things after me, like multiple
my
Ivarins in a system of Ivarins, you know?
Well,
Ivarin
that's-
2.
It's a bit pretentious, don't you think?
They name
Okay.
dinosaurs
are
after
we
the
having
people who
this
discovered them all
conversation
the
while
time.
someone is actively having a seizure?
No, the seizure stopped.
He's in a coma.
It's just comatose now.
Okay, so like, I just imagine someone like foaming mouth. We're just kind of like, come on, like we're calling these worlds of Varans.
Okay, listen.
Of course we are.
The ink is normal ink. There's nothing strange about this ink.
And yet you admit you're on drugs.
No, we were on drugs when we were in solitude. It's the only thing that explains why we all died and then woke up 1,000,000 years ago and then went to space.
What?
What do you
there's no
fail to
use arguing
understand
with you,
here?
old man.
How do you not understand this? You
How do
seemed
you
smart
not
before.
understand this?
It's elementary, Watson.
Listen, our friend here is just recovered from a seizure and in a coma. Why are you arguing about you being on drugs?
So
I wasn't
Ryda
on
and
drugs.
Silky, you guys hear Ray's voices coming from the library.
It's all Hugo's fault.
Pot like temporarily wakes up and goes shh in the library, and then falls back asleep.
I will go to the library if I hear commotion in the library.
Yeah, you
Yeah, there's
find them-
commotion.
you find them screaming around Miles's appearing to be unconscious body.
Okay, what the hell is going on here?
Hugo made him go into a seizure.
What? What did I do?
I don't know. You kept egging him on.
Is he okay?
I don't know.
Maybe.
Give him a
like,
healing
touch his
potion.
face a little bit and like try to like open his eyelid or whatever to see if he's dead.
Medical check.
Uh-oh.
He's still breathing.
Medical Arcana.
He just woke up for a second.
Yeah, you don't know what's going on. Everybody's screaming around you.
He
Okay,
just
I'm
told
gonna
us
try
to
to
be
pick
quiet
him
in
up
the
and like
library.
just carry him to like med bay or whatever.
Okay, there isn't really a med bay, but you can take him back to the room. To his room.
Sure.
I follow, and as I walk out the door, I look at Hugo and point my 2 fingers at my eyes, and then at him, back at my eyes, and back at him, and then walk out.
Are there like any like healers or medical people in the Forsaken, or they're
No.
all just stabby and not healy at all?
Nope, pretty much all stabby.
Okay,
We're all
well,
savvy.
Ivarin is still shouting out the door to Ryda that it's a magical coma. Like
Okay.
as she leaves the room, he's still shouting, and then he turns over to Hugo and he says, "Look, I think Cornelius drugged him, but your attitude isn't helping."
So
yeah. Well, if this is like magically induced, I don't know if I can help with that. Thinking back to like
I gave
all
him
of
a
that,
healing potion.
and did that help?
I stopped the seizure.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he was seizing up before.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, I mean, does he seem like what type of coma is this? Does he seem like he's like, pale and like ill, or does it seem like he's just like unconscious and can't be woken up, but he doesn't really look like overly
I
ill.
mean, based on your assessment, you don't know, but Avarin
Okay.
kind of deduced that it's some kind of magical coma.
Okay, well, based on the research that I did about like the dragons and shit, do I remember any like information that might help like in this situation?
History check? No, you did not read anything about this.
Okay, I guess I'll just tuck him into bed and like leave it. I don't know what to
When Pot
do.
gets tucked in, you see this like little smile just appear, like, No, he's comatose. Ignore that.
Like I don't know what else to do. I'm like non-magical, so, and he's like our only healer, so
Yeah, I think we just have to
he'll
put him in
wake up
bed.
eventually, right?
Yeah, I think we just have to hope.
If not, I guess he's fucked.
Should I go grab the rune piece off of Riggs and go stick it on Pot?
I don't. Maybe. I was sort of. I thought that like her, poor health was like because of using the rune, so it was also sort of like fixing the damage that it caused. So I'm not sure if it would help Pot because it doesn't seem like this coma was caused by the rune, but it's worth a shot, I guess.
Well, look, all I know was that I gave him a tattoo. It looks beautiful, by the way. And when we finished, he thanked me. He kind of zoned out for a few seconds, and then I asked if he was okay. He said yes, he just needed to rest for a bit, and so he started to walk out to go get rest, and then he had a seizure. And then a coma after I gave him the potion. I don't know what caused it.
Don't worry. I don't. Nothing like this has ever happened with him before that I'm aware of. So I'm sure that whatever happened, like it wasn't your fault or it wasn't intentional. So don't beat yourself up.
That only makes it sound like it was his fault.
Well, I said it either wasn't your fault or like you didn't know any better. I don't know if it was the tattoo or not.
Can I roll
the tattoo,
for guilt?
like,
Can I
there's
roll
nothing
for
great
guilt?
about the tattoo.
Yeah.
Don't forget, you get +2. to
What
your
would
guilt
that be,
check, your guilt
charisma?
save.
Sanity.
Oh! Cornelius enters into a panic attack.
Oh, great.
He gets +2 from an aura.
Oh yeah,
It's still
it's
a
a 4.
critical fail.
Womp womp.
You just lug Pot's like lifeless body around just for the aura protection. Like you get this. That's my benefit to the party from now on.
Yeah, I start like hyperventilating.
I think the
and
aura only works if you're conscious.
I think that's actually true, yeah.
So
Yeah,
you're
I-
actually fully useless now.
I start hyperventilating,
You are
and then
correct.
like I go and grab my stuff, and then go find a spot to just kind of chill out for a bit. And like as I walk out of the room, Ryder just hears, he's the first one to acknowledge me as a friend in this group. And I walk out and go grab my stuff.
And you killed him.
Silky remains
not
awfully
dead
quiet
yet.
during all this. Okay, so what do you do?
Honestly, I
think
don't know
Yvonne
what
is
to
there.
do.
Right now.
I think
I think-
honestly, I think we have no ability to heal him faster. So I think we put him to bed, hope he wakes up, hope Riggs wakes up, and
Yeah,
hope
I think
everyone
Riggs might
survives
know.
sitting his back in time.
Yeah.
Cornelius to snap out of his panic attack.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
so,
this
so
kid's
you
why
guys
you
just,
don't get tattoos.
So you guys just watch Pot.
I think we have
I mean,
no choice,
yeah.
right? Like, what else are you
I
gonna do?
don't know. Like, I am not magical. Apparently, I can't remember anything from my research that like might explain or help with this. Based on my checks, I have no idea what's going on. So
Okay. All right. Pot. You find yourself flying through space once more.
Space.
Here it goes.
Spaceman.
And it's almost like a recreation of the experience that you had, I guess, a few days ago. Flying through until you fly close to almost like the watery looking substance just as you fly up to the island with the tree on it on the waterfall. And you don't know if you're flying or you're walking or you're landing on your feet. You're just hovering above next to the tree overlooking the edge of the fall. Then you turn around and you see a blue spectral light materialize into the shape of Mira. And she says, hello, traveler.
This is not in character, me saying that, by the way, because I'm going to type something to you after this, but anyway. Hello. Hi. What am I doing here?
That is a question for you. What are you doing here?
Pot looks down. Does he see dragonborn feet?
When you look down, you see these almost like octopi looking projections, but they're shadowy coming from you, where you would imagine to be your torso and your legs.
he's
But
a
am
squid.
No, they're just like
His true form.
they're just like shadow tentacles almost.
It's
Weird.
That's William
Mecha Pussy Delmar's back.
Wouldn't it be Shadow Pussy?
Shadow Pussy. So am I true with the new mic, it's a little bit weird. So
it just turned me on.
I apologize to everyone. So is Mira in dragon form or the humanoid form?
Humanoid form.
Okay, and I like based on
hand on the tree.
Okay, and based on the eye level of me, like, can I assume that I'm in humanoid form as well? Like, I'm not in a dragon form or anything?
Well, when you look down, you see the shadowy projections.
Yeah,
You
so it's
don't
like
know.
legs, basically. Like, oh, so I don't know if it's shadowy dragon
You don't know, yeah.
front legs or something. But
Your form
but
is
like-
actually amorphous. That's how to describe it better.
Okay, but my eye level, am I looking down at Mira in...
You're about like her height, like at her level.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm getting at. Like, if
Mhm.
if my eyes where I'm seeing is like roughly where she is, then
Yeah.
I can like, yeah. So yeah, Pot says, I got a tattoo on my arm, and Pot goes to like hold his right arm out. What does Pot see?
You see the shadow materialize into your forearm, but there is no tattoo.
Pot like furrows his brow. I think that's the phrase, right? Where you like frown.
Mm-hmm.
sort of looks at his forearm, questioning, and then looks at Mira. Is like, I had a tattoo of some chains. One of the chains being broken with some wings. It was done by one of my new friends back with the group that you met. And I had a vision of flying through the air, I think like a thunderstorm in a mountainous region, and there was a figure on the mountain, and it seemed like I could zoom in on that figure from a far distance, and just out of character. What was the figure looking like again? It was like a hooded figure, was it? Or
No, it just had hair,
The
long
beard.
hair that was draped over the front of the face. You couldn't see the face, but it looked human.
okay, yeah, okay. So I relay that to Mira. Humanoid hair draped over the face. Couldn't identify who it was, and then woke up shortly after that, or like snapped out of it. Took a few steps, and then I'm here. Do you know what like am I dead? Is this what death looks like for me?
She pushes herself off of the tree and walks closer to you, and with her left arm she grabs you by the bicep of the arm you're holding out, and the other one by the forearm, and she says, you're still afraid of what you might become. You're so afraid that your thoughts are filling yourself with doubt. And this fear, you have to be careful with it. It might create the monster you're fearing to become.
Pot lowers his gaze. He is not, in fact, looking at her boobies. He's just lowering his gaze. And looks back up and says, Can you help me through this? Can you guide me and make sure I stay on the path that I want to stay on?
She takes a moment, lets go with her left arm, and starts walking behind you, dragging the other arm up your forearm and across your shoulders. And as you like shift your gaze, basically like looking down, you spot your bottom of your torso again, but this time it's human. As she drags her hand across your top of your shoulders into the other side, and she turns you around, and instead of seeing the open vastness of space that you've been floating through, you see what appears to be a mountainside with a cave. And she says, to truly let go of your fear, you must face it.
Oh,
Ooh.
this is some like only what you bring with you type shit.
Dude, that was sick. So when you said human, am I no longer dragonborn? Is that what you mean? Or you mean like humanoid, like I'm back in?
Humanoid.
Like I look like the dragonborn. Okay. So where is Mira? She's
She's standing behind you, like at this point holding both of your shoulders,
okay.
pointing you in the direction of the cave.
I don't look back, and Pot starts walking into the cave.
Okay. She lets go. Doesn't move with you. And
Pot.
if you turn around?
No, Pot doesn't turn around because he understands the assignment that he must have courage and stay on the true path. So he has taken her words to mean that he has to do it himself. Like she can guide him to where he needs to go, but he needs to be sure of himself and have the strength to like stay on the path himself.
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't want to. It's not that he doesn't want to turn around, because he wants to turn around and, you know, acknowledge her or ask her more questions or something like that. It's just that he is using this as a like point in time. I use that very loosely, but at like a point in time where this is his first step towards like deciding the direction that he wants to go, or at least work towards going in that direction, you know. So it's, yeah, he's just looking forward, and he's been told what he needs to do, so he understands what she's saying.
Okay. So you make your way to the foot of the cave, and you look deep into it, and it very quickly turns into nothing but shadow and darkness.
Do I have my weapon with me?
So when you looked before, you didn't see anything, but you look down at the foot of the cave again to your hilt, and you see a red spectral sword. It's very similar to the one you handed to the vampire on your hilt.
I unsheath the sword and hold it out in front of me.
Okay. It glows in front of you and illuminates a little bit of the path ahead.
Pot continues walking down the path.
Okay.
Cautiously, but not too timidly.
You keep going down the path, the sword illuminating just a little bit in deep crimson light around you. You see the path and the walls of the pathway, but eventually the pathway, you're not sure how much time passes. Probably a couple hours pass. You treading down this cave, and eventually the walls kind of expand, and you imagine you're coming into a big chamber or a big cave opening, something like that. And you continue forward. You start hearing dripping of water, just this eerie sound of nothingness, and just bloop, bloop, every so often. And then you can hear like almost like a beast stirring in front of you from up ahead. Like kind of like a low, what is it, growl, as you feel something shift in front of you.
Pot stops, still holding the sword in front of him. Does he have a shield? Like, is he wearing anything, or is it just the sword
No
that
shield,
he has?
just the sword, no armor. And you stand your ground, and whatever it is gets closer and closer until you see what appears to be a spark in front, and you see a flame from a gaping maw of a colossal black dragon envelop the front, illuminating the head and the neck, partially the neck that extends far back into the darkness, and it roars, massive roar in your face, making your hair stand backwards.
Pot looks at what he can only assume is Jakar, and says, "So we finally meet, Father."
The flame grows stronger and starts forming into a fireball at the tip of the vocal cords of the dragon.
Pot starts sprinting towards the dragon.
Okay. Make a dexterity saving throw as the ball fully forms, you feeling the full breath of the heat coming out of the maw of the dragon as you charge it. 9. you attempt to roll off to the side, but it's still the cone that comes out just hits the one side of your body, just completely singeing it, and you look down and it just becomes shadow once again and reforms as you kind of roll out of the way and come to your knees, but then pick yourself up and continue charging towards the dragon. You manage to find yourself close to its neck.
So Pot, as he's running, towards the dragon and the neck, Pot will yell out as he goes to thrust the sword through the neck. You cannot kill what you can't control, and stabs the dragon through the neck.
Whoa.
All right. The blade pierces through the neck like butter and sticks through the other side of the dragon's neck as it begins to just scream and wail in this kind of harmonic scream as it raises his head and kind of just like plunges up, almost carrying you off your feet, but then starts to plunge forward as you withdraw your sword, splaying out this black gooish blood all over you and all over the sword, completely enveloping it, and to the point where the light just disappears, and then eventually you lose sight of the dragon, and then all is silent and you're standing in darkness.
So complete darkness, the sword, do I still have the sword?
Yeah, you still have the sword, it's just covered in the goo.
And so what happened to the dragon? Sorry, it's gone.
You can't see, but you can probably wipe away from the sword.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I thought there was like some kind of magical thing happening to Pot's kind of brain in this situation.
No,
Yeah,
you're
so
just standing in silence and you can hear the water drip again.
Yeah, so Pot will like almost like anime style, like thrust the sword to one side of him to like shoot the goo or the blood off the sword to make it re-illuminate itself.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so the goo like flies off a little bit and you can see again, instead of the carcass of the dragon, you see a large humanoid with red skin and black scales lying on the floor. And you see your face on the man with his neck pierced through it.
Whoa.
Disturbing.
And at that point, you snap out, and it's morning time. You are awake in the prison once more.
Well, that was easy.
So Pot, what does Pot, is anyone near Pot when he wakes up?
Would anybody be watching him?
I don't know. What time is it?
Probably like at least 12 hours have passed, so it's like morning time as the sun rises.
I think Cornelius is probably feeling guilty enough that he would be there.
Yeah,
Okay.
I figure we would have taken like probably shifts watching him or something. So
Yeah, so
Cornelius can be there.
Cornelius and the others that were watching him, you would see him like break out into sweat in the middle of the night, and then he just snaps up, like springs up in the bed and like kind of very cautiously looks around.
Yeah, wake!
how are you feeling?
Good. I had a wild dream, that's for sure. What happened to me? Did I the last thing I remember was the tattoo, and then it's kind of a little hazy from there.
I think you just collapsed. Don't know why.
Yeah, you said you needed to go get rest. You kind of, after the tattoo was done, you stood up and then kind of zoned out for a few seconds, and then said something about needing to go get rest. And as you walked out, you you had a seizure, and so I gave you a potion, and then the seizure stopped, but you just kind of stayed comatose.
And out of character, is it just Ryder and Cornelius in the room?
So.
Then Pot will sit up on the edge of the bed and say, I had a vision of well, yeah, all I can imagine is it's a vision of Mira. I met her at the tree that we were at in the Astral Sea, and I spoke to her about my heritage, my father, Jakar, and she led me to a cave and told me that I had to conquer this fear myself, and that I should be cautious of being fearful about turning into what I don't want to, which is, like a what my father's like. And I navigated through this cave with the sword that we gave or what was similar to the sword that we gave the vampire lord king guy, that bright glowing sword. And I fought against what I thought was Jakar, a giant. Out of character, what are they again? It's the like eternal dragons, or the
true dragons.
True dragons, yeah. So I fought against a gigantic true dragon, Jakar, giant black dragon, and I succeeded. And after I had killed the dragon had my face, and then I woke up, and then now I'm here. So I think this might be, I'm not sure what it really means, to be honest.
Well, it seems like you came out of it, which I think is a good sign.
True. I did succeed in defeating the thing that I was fearing. Perhaps it's a sign that the next step in fear is I need to defeat myself, or my own thoughts, maybe. That I've defeated my fear of Jakar, my father.
Mm-hmm.
And now my next step is defeating the fear of what I might become.
Well, next time, let's try to avoid the seizures and comas if we can.
I will try.
Just a thought.
And my repertoire here.
But yeah, I'll like give him a glass of water and. So it's been like 12 hours?
Yeah,
Okay.
at least.
Yeah, Pot unfortunately doesn't know how to say thank you in Shen, so...
Yeah.
Definitely just say
Next time.
headbutt.
Yeah, well, he knows grape, teddy bear, sleep, my name is Pot, meow meow scratch, would you like to dance? That's his...
Would you like to scratch an excellent?
But he knows that grape means grape, and teddy bear means teddy bear, and sleep means sleep, so...
Okay.
So he'll just say, yeah, thank you. And then... So Pot's like, is there anything else happening, Pot? Like he's back to more or less normal, like he feels...
Yeah, I think he like woke up and like sweating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like you've woken up with like a fever
From a
through the night, and you
nightmare,
just
yeah,
wake up.
almost,
yeah.
yeah.
Ivarin wanders in and says, "Oh, you're up. So was it the ink?"
It was not the ink, I don't think. And Pot looks down at his arm. What does Pot see?
He sees the tattoo, the chains, the wings.
Pot like pauses his gaze for a few seconds on the tattoo, and then returns his gaze to Ivarin and says, "No, it wasn't a tattoo."
Ivarin
Ink.
looks over at Cornelius suspiciously, but then looks back at Pot and nods and says, "All right, well, good to see you up. I'm going to get some breakfast."
I think I might join you, and I will like motion that I'd like to go and get some food as well.
Nothing like
Just
some
sort of-
bacon and eggs to help after
Oof.
a day-long seizure.
That's
and
true.
coma.
A day-long seizure and defeating a deity with a
No bacon. There's no
Cosmic
pigs
blade.
around, remember?
Turkey bacon.
That's true. Yeah, turkey bacon.
true.
It's like some terrible post-apocalyptic soy bacon.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
bacon in here.
There's nothing more disappointing than fake bacon.
How about
That's very true.
how about oatmeal raisin cookies when you think they're chocolate chip?
Ooh.
Okay, that's pretty
That's
devastating.
good supplies. I like
I
that
mean, I
spread.
feel like it's pretty easy to tell the difference between chocolate chips and raisins, though.
From a distance?
I mean, if you're not wearing your glasses, it could be.
And also, like,
Mistaken.
I will still eat the cookie. It's not the worst thing in the world.
Can this be the
Ah.
actual conversation we're all having as we're going
Yes.
to go and get
Yes.
food?
Absolutely. As you walk in into the it's not like a dining hall, but it's like a room. And you sit down. Ajax and Hugo are there, and they see you sit down, and they say, "Jesus," or Hugo says, "Geez, you look like shit. You all right?"
Pot like does the joke of like, "Are you talking to me?" and like looks around like,
Yeah, it's you.
and yeah, I feel fine. I don't know. I just passed out.
All right. Well, good to have you back with us.
Yeah, I think I just needed a rest, to be honest.
Mm.
All this time travel and yeah, I don't know.
Yes.
Body's just not what it used to be. And Pot sits down to like eat.
Yeah, as you eat in the middle of your breakfast, one of the Forsaken guards rushes in and says, "She's up. She can speak."
Riggs?
Yes.
What? Like starts moving towards Riggs's location, but he's still like he has the bowl of food and he's eating as he's walking.
Okay. Anybody else going?
Yeah, definitely.
With a full mouth, Pot's like, "Make sure you get your fill."
Silky, Varen, Cornelius? Y'all going?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I wanna get this party, reverse time party started. I think I've been waiting honestly, like we have not been able to stop the seizure, and Riggs kind of on a timer also. So I mean, I think I would have just been kind of like chilling, reserving my strength, healing my bruises while we're waiting for like Riggs to wake back up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you head over to Riggs's chambers, and you find her on her bed, just like tucked in still. As you enter, she doesn't move much still, but you can tell she's awake, and she says, "What took you so long?"
You.
Me?
I think she means what took us 2 years.
Oh.
That was kind
you,
of out of our
right?
control.
Like, yeah, that's not up to us. At no point have we been in control of the speed of our time traveling or duration or direction.
You all don't look so good.
Well,
You also look like
I
shit.
was like, that's
She tries
Yeah,
to chuckle. but
We were
says,
kind of hoping you could help us with that.
That's fair. I don't know. I know time travel definitely has its side effects. I never accounted for so many jumps into the past. We're running out of them.
Well, that's why we have to make the next one count.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So, where do we need to go?
What did we decide on? Oh yeah,
Think,
we need to
like,
go. We
to
need
the
to go
book.
back to Solitude right at the moment when the book left the inn.
Yep, agreed. I think it's the only point we know that we can get to without causing a paradox.
Well, still don't have all of my strength back, but I can try to send you back now at a risk, or we can wait.
I mean, we want to make sure it works.
Yeah.
So, if you think that you need some time to rest up first, then you should take it.
Yeah, I would prefer not to get, like, partially sent back or something.
Oh, it should work. I just I don't know how precise I can be, especially in this state.
Well, if you need to rest, like, you should rest then, and we can wait a little longer.
I don't know how much it will take to regain all my strength. Maybe Ozun can send you back.
Yeah. Do you
About
know
him.
where he is?
He's missing?
Seems so.
I thought he would have been imprisoned with everybody.
We haven't seen him.
Well, hells. Well, I can try. She tries to stir a little bit. And she pokes out her arm and outstretches towards the staff sitting by her bed.
Now?
No sense in waiting just for me.
I guess
All right,
so.
then. Let's get this done.
Okay.
Do this thing.
She holds up the staff and raises up a little as she holds out the stone. And she lowers the staff to the ground, and the time stream opens up. And she says, "Good luck. I hope you succeed." And you get sucked into the portal. And that is where we're going to end for the day.
Nice. Oh,
As-
man.
Cliffhanger.
As you guys go through the time stream once again towards the year, what is it,
2551.
Yeah, 2551. All right. Well, everybody can get 400 experience for that, plus your inspiration. Don't forget about those. And yeah, So everybody that is watching on Twitches and the YouTubes, thank you so much for staying with us and following along. Hope you're enjoying the series so far. And once again, we'll be back hopefully very shortly. So stay tuned to the YouTubes and the Twitches. Thank you and have a good one.